Hi guys, this is gsmworld.com and I'm here with the unboxing of the OPPO Reno8 Pro. So here we have it, the high mid-range phone that OPPO proposes this fall. It's supposed to be sort of a light version of the OPPO Find X5 Pro on account of the fact that it shares the Mari Silicon NPU, which helps with image processing. Here we have the lime green version, or the mint green version, better said. There's also a black version of the phone, and as you can see, the back camera module actually reminds me of the Galaxy S21 Ultra quite a bit, because Samsung got rid of the large camera island. It has moved here. We have an aluminum frame, which is flat and actually feels a bit like the one of the iPhone on account of the antenna cutouts we have here. There's glass at the back. It's forged at 800 degrees Celsius. And we also have a glass at the back side. So there's glass at the back, glass at the front, and the screen you're seeing here is one of the AMOLED variety. Better said, it's a 6.7-inch panel that we have here with a Full HD Plus resolution and 120 Hz refresh rate. There's also HDR10 Plus support and Gorilla Glass 5 protection. It's very well built, I have to say that. It's pretty grippy on account of the flat frame, and the fact that we have this camera protrusion going gently into the back actually reminds me of the OPPO Find X5 Pro. Okay, so let's see what's inside the box. Let's start with this envelope here. In the envelope, we find the key used to access the slots, only nano SIM, we don't have micro SD, safety guide, as well as quick start guide. Now, the price of the phone is around $600 to $700, and in the country I'm at right now, Eastern Europe, it's bundled with a car charger, 80 watts, and a ball signed by a soccer player. In the regular box, you can find the charger. It's an 80-watt SuperVOOC charger, which has an USB-A connector, and plus we also have the cable. Somebody has been through the box already, as you can see. It's a cable that goes from USB-C to USB-A and hooks up to the charger you just saw. Okay, that's everything available inside the box. Let's get back to the handset. So, high mid-range phone, I mentioned the price. Let's talk about the specs. I already covered the AMOLED screen. Now it's time to discuss about the innards. When I say innards, I'm mentioning the CPU. The CPU here is a MediaTek Dimensity 8100 Max octa-core, coupled with the Mari Silicon X NPU, which helps with image processing. Where other phones process a few images, this one processes 40 images at once. We have 8 gigs of RAM, which can be expanded by up to 5 gigs on account of the RAM expansion, dynamic RAM expansion technology. Now, we're running on Android 12 and ColorOS on top, with this sidebar here helping us with multitasking and floating windows, to mention just a few of the features available here. Okay, we also have screen recording, and we can also use that sidebar for, as you can see, floating windows, which can actually be overlapped on top of the split screen. I think it's time to discuss the camera. And I'm going to start with the front one. It's a 32 megapixel camera with a Sony sensor, which is important to mention. Has a special improved nighttime capture. And guess what? You even have degrees of zoom here. So there's the 0.8x sort of wide, 1x, and even 2x. The zoom has become trendy on cameras, front cameras nowadays. If you go to the back side, you have this good looking camera module, which includes a 50 megapixel main sensor, and that main sensor has a pretty generous lens, f1.8 aperture, and also multi-directional autofocus. Then you have the 8 megapixel ultra-wide camera with the 112 degree angle, and the 2 megapixel macro camera here, plus the ring flash, which I'm pretty curious to see in action. It shoots 4K video in 30 frames per second and also shoots slow motion clips as well. If you go into the camera area, you're going to find, I would say, usual features: panorama, slow motion, sticker, extra HD, movie, dual video, pro, macro, time-lapse, text scanner. There's the portrait mode, and you can also find here the bokeh flare, which, by the way, OPPO invented on the OPPO Reno8 Pro. A bunch of retouch filters, and then the pro mode with its AI function, scene enhancement, and also the option to take full 50 megapixel shots. This is the video section, where you have this AI highlight video, which helps you detect the proper scenario for your videos, then the ultra steady stabilization mode, and of course you also have a bokeh flare available here as well. Bokeh flare is basically blurring the background to highlight the subject and making the lights look prettier. And finally, we have a night mode. Now, the device has stereo speakers. You can see one at the bottom, and you can see the top one, which is a slit in the screen. And aside from that, it has a 4500 mAh battery, which charges at 80 watts via wire. Sadly, as far as I know, it doesn't have wireless charging, although with a glass back, that should be available as an option. It's available in this glazed green and also a glazed black. I have to say, I'm loving the build here if you're all about flat and angular phones. I mean, they're comfy and grippy, and the thing is that if you play for a long while, a game or something like that, you're going to have it dig into your palm like this, like it's happening to me right now. So there you have it. Now, this has been the first impression and the unboxing of the OPPO Reno8 Pro. You saw the accessories. For the price it's offering, well, I think it's a bit pricey right now, but as the price drops towards $500, it can become tempting. The CPU is very powerful, the device is very easy to handle, it's good looking, and gets some of the features of the OPPO Find X5 Pro. That's it from us, we'll be back with more soon. Goodbye.